One thing I respect about Andrew is he is openly in need of gratitude when he does something nice for you. Like, he don't hold. The rest of us will hold that shit in. Andrew openly will look at you in disbelief, like in a Larry David way. Like,
son, you know when they turn the you know with the coffee shops now they turn the iPad to you and you put how much?
Yeah.
I be going like this. I reach over so they can see it on their side before it flips. I need you to know how much you get, and there ain't gonna be no anonymous tip out here. I will snatch back $1 from a bar if the bartender leaves and then comes back. I have no problem. For one, I've had awkward moments where I was like, "Here you go, bro. Here," and then he looked at me and was like, "For $1? You want me to like $1? You put like $1, bro? Like, what's good? That's what I get out here."
But you know they don't share those tips though, unless it's like straight cash.
What you mean?
Like
the
when
homeless?
you do like the tips, like when you go and like turnover and like click like 30% tip or whatever, like that all goes into a pot and they split that.
Yeah,
that's fine.
But that's fine. I'm cool with all them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Cool. All right.
I mean, it is what it is, man.
I like to reward like specific service. Like it's
Well,
not.
I'm with you, but then that's restaurant policy.
Also, funny Andrew story, and this is one of his whiter moments. Is you know white people love to tip? Like that's like a thing. Like they take real pride in it. Like we go to a diner. Andrew literally gets the wrong food. Like the wrong meal, straight up. Wrong food comes out. This is like years ago. And then he goes to the waiter and starts arguing with him like, yo, you gave me the wrong food. Waiter's like, nah, I didn't. And he's like, yeah, you did, dog. You gave me I ordered this, you gave me this. And the guy's like, nah, man, I didn't. You won't even look at what the fuck he wrote down. He's just like, nah, man, I didn't. This is New York service. He's like, nah, man, I didn't. That's on you. And he's like, you can eat it or you can not, whatever. And Andrew goes, he looks at me, or like kind of past me, like into the distance, just kind of gazing and contemplating everything. He's like, I'm furious. I'm livid. You know what? I'm only tipping 15%. Only tipping 15%. We shouldn't even pay for this meal.
Like, what?
It's not the meal we wanted. Let's go.
That is an explicitly white person thing to do.
I thought I was teaching him a lesson. I was teaching him a 5% lesson, son. God,
you could have got the 20%. You could have got it, but yo. You're bugging.
Yo, I'm over tipping, yo.
Yeah.
Like, for real, I'm done.
I'll go between 15 and 20 if it's good, and if it's bad, you get like 10 to 15, and that's it.
I keep it real, man. Like, as a black person, you kind of always have to, like, over-tip. Especially, like, when you're eating. You always got to compensate for, like, the stereotype. Like, Alex, you know, Alex, like, when you got to, especially when you're in a group of people, and people go, oh, so what did you tip? It's like, oh, you know, you always make sure you have at least
I think Indians know.
Can I say one
70% to the highest tip.
I don't know how many years I've known Charlamagne. Never once has he left the right amount of tip when we went out to eat.
Like,
never
in a good way or bad way?
No, in a bad way. Never one. It's always the bill. He throws out a certain amount of money, and he just thinks that that's enough. And I go, nah, everybody got to put in more money. We got to leave the right amount of tip. So there might be some truth to this stereotype.
I don't understand. Charlamagne doesn't strike me as a bad tipper.
Not cheap at all. Just doesn't. He's like
he doesn't equate.
Think about it.
It's just like that amount of money is there. That seems like enough. Like it will be like a $200 meal, and it'll be like, yeah, but I left $20. $20 seems like a sufficient amount to tip somebody.
He's not wrong.
Yeah.
Yo, so check it, right? And this is what I thought about, and I want to take credit for this shit so bad, but I'm not gonna, because I had a little post about how tipping is stupid. We're tipping a barista, right? And real talk, it's the least amount of work, right? All you do is you push a spout down, and then the coffee gets poured into my cup, and then you hand me the cup.
Let me tell you something.
You
tip a barista.
Okay, fair enough. But
Yeah,
the general population does tip. They have a tip jar or whatever. Let's just assume people tip.
Some people tip, right.
Not too much arguing up front about this, right? So, because we're on the same page about how absurd it is. It's a $2 cup of coffee. I'm tipping you $1. I'm tipping you at a 50% rate for this coffee, right? For the least amount of work, right? And apparently Bill Burr had a similar bit about like a deli, but my feeling was they don't even finish making the coffee. Like I go, I'll have milk and sugar, and they go, milk and sugar's over there. And Bill Burr had a bit, I think, about a deli where he's like, yeah, mayonnaise and whatever, blah 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 is over there. And then his response was, did you notice how you don't know who I am? And the guy's like, yeah. He goes, that's because I don't fucking work here. See how much funnier he is? Anyway, but in all seriousness, I do this tip about how it's absurd that we're tipping for fucking everything, right? It's wrong. And then this guy DMs me. He goes, listen, think about this. Why are we tipping on the percentage of the? Why are we tipping a percentage of the cost?
Yes.
It's no more work to bring a plate of crab legs that are very expensive or a plate of bread to the table.
It's not.
Think about that for a second.
I'm with it. That's why I said Charlemagne is. That's why I said Charlemagne's got a point. That's what I thought he was doing.
He does have a
Son,
point.
and I'm with you on that. I'm saying it makes perfect sense, and that's why I could see anybody in that situation. Yeah, I left $20. It seemed like $20 worth of work. He just came over.
And this is why black people I'm usually with, usually have to overcompensate for this, because the way we equate tipping, or the way I've always equated tipping growing up, is like it's a service thing. You know what I mean? Like you tip your barber for doing a great job. You tip like the fucking the guy who, like, if somebody washes your car, or like somebody that does an actual service. You know what I mean? Like maybe if you go to a special restaurant where like they go fucking above and beyond to do some shit, I get it. But like, just like you said, like it takes no extra work to carry over a chicken sandwich than it does to carry over
a plate of lettuce.
You know, a plate of lettuce or some shit.
Some of these fancy restaurants, the waiter doesn't even bring you the food.
Fam.
They got a separate brown person just for that job.
And you gotta like look at him too,
Latino
like you don't even...
or Indian, fancy, depending on how fancy the restaurant
if it
is.
goes really fancy, they always go Indian.
That is an Andrew bit. That's an Andrew bit.
I noticed that because I was in some of these restaurants and I went to like Balthazar. You know, Balthazar, some fancy restaurant downtown. I noticed there wasn't one Latino working here. It was all Indians, and I was like, they just tried to upgrade the brown. Did you try to upgrade brown? I see what you doing, Balthazar.
It's quality of brown folks right there, especially in the service industry.
Yo, first of all,
question: do you guys tip for Ubers?
I have to,
son. I tipped for the first time in my life just recently.
Really?
I tipped for the first time in my life because the bitch.
You damn near got to suck my dick to get shit out of Uber for me.
Son, I'm telling you, and I shouldn't have said bitch. The woman had a pot of coffee.
Yes,
in the Uber.
yes, I did see that this
tip-worthy.
weekend.
That's tip-worthy.
Fam, I come back. How do I say this? I didn't sleep in my place. And and I'm getting this Uber in the morning. I probably slept like 3 hours.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, the Uber pulls up, and I'm like, man, I hope to God she got water. That would be perfect right now. But if she doesn't have water, that's totally fine. I go in there, and this sweet lady goes, can I get you anything? Do you want some water? Do you want some coffee? Whatever. I go, what did you just say? She goes, yeah, we got some coffee
She
here.
had
if
a
you
full
want some
pot of coffee.
Fam, she had multiple coffees. She had like a French vanilla flavor coffee, another one. So, and then she put that shit in a red solo cup, which was brave, but like, because it's going everywhere.
Yeah.
But I could not have been more grateful of the coffee.
That's worthy of gratuity because I have gratitude for your service.
There you
Exactly.
go.
She went
It's
above
in
and
the
beyond.
word.
Son, I didn't even know what the tipping function of Uber looked like. I found it. I gave her free tickets to the show that night. She came out to the show with
That's
her
dope.
daughter, who happens to be a fan.
Nice.
It was
That's
some
dope.
random thing, but yeah,
Nice.
shout out to Robin Nelson. I love you. You changed the Uber game. Every Uber I go in from now on, I ask if he thinks about doing coffee.
You're gonna walk in and somebody's gonna have like a Coca-Cola freestyle machine. Like you want a grape spray.
Yo,
Something
it would be
like,
amazing.
Yeah. Fuck, I mean, shit. My thing with tipping with Ubers though, it's like I've had like a notoriously bad luck with Ubers, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't realize this because like they have like a star rating. Like I know you give, the drivers star ratings, but I didn't know the drivers give you a rating as well.
Yeah.
Like I didn't realize this until like 3 years into like using Uber.
Yeah.
And I found out my score was like a 4.5 or some shit
Oh,
because I never tipped. I was like, oh, thanks for the ride. Like I didn't know that was
No, I
a
don't
thing
think
you
it
could
matters.
do.
They don't get to decide
Based on
a tip.
Oh well, either
just
way,
trash.
I was
You
just trash.
bro. You're trash at sitting in a car.
Andrew,
It's the
what's
least
your
amount
rating?
of
'Cause
work.
my shit might not be good either.
Yo, my shit.
Hold on, let me pull up my Uber rating right now. Yo.
Like I wait till they're downstairs and they call me for me to be like, yeah, I'm right here. And I just hop in the
Fam,
elevator.
we went to the All-Star game. No, we went to Palooza. We took
Yeah.
an Uber. Andrew had this bitch waiting for like 20 minutes.
Bro, I did?
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, outside
Yeah.
the thing. But that's understandable.
All right,
It's
so-
Palooza,
So
bro.
that is true.
Come on, it's
And like the
Duce,
more I think
bro.
about it, I'm like, like most times I take Ubers that aren't in the best circumstances. I'm either like about to get drunk
Yeah.
or I'm already drunk.
Yeah.
And
Bro,
it's really not.
I'm a 4.6 and I don't drink. So
Yo, your talking
Wait,
game is
what's-
trash,
you
bro.
know what fucked me up? I not even lying was Philly. My girl lived in Philly, and I would take these Ubers, and these motherfuckers would be dickheads, and I would just give it right back to them. Because I'd just be like, I'm paying for this. What the fuck you being an
Why you
asshole
treat
for?
me like this?
Yeah.
But they got a little bit of leverage, right? It is a kind of nice system in that it keeps us both fake nice.
Very true.
How do I find my Uber shit?
You go to the app and you press the profile.
Oh,
I'm
damn,
I'm a
son.
4.56.
I'm 3.7.
For real? Be real. Let me see. Let me see.
There's no way. There's no way.
Nah,
Fellow.
I'm playing.
I knew it.
I'm a 4.63.
All
Ooh,
right,
you got me by 0.02.
What you
I'm
got?
4.61.
What you got?
4.5.
Y'all ain't
I'm
shit.
4.86.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
but
Alex
you
got the best
fucking law enforcement, Pete. You know what I mean? You probably pull out the
wrestle.
pistol.
Look young as
Pull
fuck.
out the pistol like, yo, you better give me a 5. What?
Don't Alex look young as fuck? I was telling him earlier,
hey,
man.
ain't nothing like new pussy.
He didn't look like he got. I asked him if he got
Alex
a
is
facial.
extra exfoliated today, bro. Like, using that rose water.
Alex out here killing the game, bro.
I respect it, bro.
Shout out to Alex,
I
man.
saw his Instagram story. My man is doing the pull-ups where
Oh.
he just pulls himself all the way up and then he does a fucking crunch and then
Yup.
started waving his feet back and forth like a fan.
Yo, he's out here.
Heartbreak
bro.
diet, man. Ain't nothing like it.
He's
Ain't
back.
nothing like it.
Alex he's wearing stonewashed jeans. Get it, Zach.
Man
bro.
out here dressed like Uzi Vert.
Shout out to Uzi. Look at you knowing all your Philly rappers. You really are about that Philly
Is he
life.
Philly?
Yeah,
I actually
Yeah,
didn't know.
it's from Philly. Yeah,
Shout
he
to-
doesn't, he
shout
doesn't
to
strike
Uzi,
you
man.
as a Philly guy, doesn't he?
No,
Me
he's-
neither. It
Doesn't
took
seem
me-
angry enough.
took me a while.
He's so jovial. Everything's good.
Um,